Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy, and this is the Financial Education Channel. And today we're talking about YouTube money. How much money do YouTubers make? These big guys like Pewdiepie, Casey Neistat. How much money are these guys pulling in? Are they getting paid fairly compared to other sources of media? How did they become so big? And how did they make all this money? I'm going to go ahead and get into this, guys, and share with you a lot of my opinions, views, and some fact-based things I know about YouTube that I would love to share with you guys. So, first off, many people think, for whatever reason, they're just misinformed, that YouTubers make money based upon subscribers. That is a half lie. The reason being is, if you have 1 million subscribers, but your videos get no views, which is like unrealistic, but let's say that was a scenario. You got 1 million subscribers, you get 0 views. Your income's 0. Because you're paid based upon views. Because views is how your advertisements are shown and all those things. And the advertisements that are shown for businesses, that's what brings in the revenue. When those advertisements are shown and somebody watches it or clicks on an ad or whatever, that's how you actually make money. But the half-truth to subscribers is that the more subscribers you have, the better chance you have of getting brand deals. So you can go to companies, or actually companies will come to you. If you have 500,000, 1 million, 2 million subscribers, companies will come to you and they'll say, hey, put our product in your video, mention us, do this, do that, and we'll pay you X amount of dollars, and you can negotiate that way. That's another great way of making money on YouTube. But most people on YouTube, I would say most people make money based upon the ads that are shown on the videos. So let's go ahead and talk about Pewdiepie. Let's talk about Casey Neistat. So first off, Pewdiepie, for a lot of you guys that don't know, he is like a gaming legend and he is hilarious. The guy is just freaking funny. He's a Swedish guy. I think he lives in Italy, and he just makes funny videos. The majority of them can get you cracking up. And he's been on YouTube a really long time. I want to say probably like 6 or 7 years now, and making videos like crazy. And he almost posts a video every single day. Now, he has 47 million subscribers as of right now. They're growing too. 47 million. That's killing everybody else. No one's even close. The next closest is in the 20 million range. So he's got a huge lead. He's like the Usain Bolt of YouTube. He's in a league of his own in terms of subscribers. Casey Neistat, he's a vlogger. He just started vlogging about 1.5 years ago. He was making some other kind of YouTube videos that were popular, but not like very often. He became vlogging like 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and his channel is just blowing up. I remember when I found his channel, he had like 2.5 million subscribers, and that was this past winter. 6-8 months later now, he has over 4 million last time I checked. His channel is blowing up, and he produces really good, interesting content. Now, how much are they making? Okay, so Pewdiepie has over 10 times more subscribers than Casey Neistat. But they're both making roughly around the same amount of money. How is that? How is Pewdiepie, who has 10 times as many subscribers as Casey Neistat, how is he making roughly the same amount of money? Because when Casey Neistat puts out a video, generally within the first 24 hours, that video gets around 1 to 2 million views. Pewdiepie, when he puts out a video within the first 24 hours, it usually gets around 1 million to 2 million views. So, although Pewdiepie has so many more subscribers than Casey Neistat, his videos aren't getting that many more views than Casey Neistat's videos. And obviously, both them have people that are watching their old videos on top of just their new videos. So videos they might have done months ago or years ago. So they both get income off of that. Now for 1 million views, how much do you get for 1 million views? That seems like a lot, right? For 1 million views, you only get between about $1,000 and $2,000, which is great. That's a lot. But especially if you're putting out a video every day and your videos are always getting 1 million or more, that's a minimum of $1,000 to $2,000 every time. But man, that's a lot of people you're entertaining. That is a lot of people you're entertaining. I mean, imagine if 1 million people were standing here right now. You would need a camera like up to the sky to film them all at the same time. That's a lot of people. So, I think YouTubers are underpaid. That might sound crazy because I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're YouTubers. They just put these videos up online and then they're so popular and then they make so much money. They make like $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a day. Yeah, well, here's what you got to understand. An actor and actress, right? They're one person doing one part in a movie or a show, right? When a movie's done or whatnot, maybe a few million people go to see that movie. That actor or that actress makes more than a lot of YouTubers that are performing and doing their videos for so many more people. These guys are getting, if you're getting 100,000 views a day, and times that by 365 days a year, that's a lot of views. That's a lot more than most movies get and most shows get. But you look at what a lot of actresses and actors are paid and whatnot, and there's just one person in that show or that movie, just one person. One person. When you're on YouTube, almost every single YouTuber, you're a one-man or one-woman show. You think of the video idea. You do the filming. You do the lighting setup. You do the camera setup. You got the microphone on. You're the one that took all the investment to get the stuff. And you're the one that then has to edit that video. Then you're the one that has to tag title it, put the description in, put the tags in, do the thumbnail. All these kinds of things. You are a one-man or one-woman show. You do it all. Whereas if you're an actor and actress in some of these shows that are on TV or in movies or whatnot, you're just one person in that show reading some lines. So, in my opinion, YouTubers are way, way, way underpaid as of right now. I think that will change over the next 5 to 10 years, and these big YouTubers will be making ridiculous amounts of money. And smaller YouTubers will be making a lot more money too. There will be a middle class of YouTubers where there's, I would say, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who have decent sized bases and are able to just make a living off that. Right now you need, I would say, around 500,000 subscribers, and you need around probably 1 million to 2 million views a week to be able to make a living off YouTube. And that's just a decent living. You're not rich or anything at that point. You're just making a decent living. That's a lot of people tuning into your videos, 1 million to 2 million per week. So over time, I think that will change. I think if you just get 100,000, 200,000 views a week, I think that will be sufficient to pay your bills and those kinds of things. Now, Pewdiepie, in an average year, he's estimated to make between 12 and 15 million per year. And that's, from my understanding, that's just based upon what he gets from AdSense, which is the Google program that shows ads on his videos. I'm not sure if he gets other brand deals and those kinds of things. Casey Neistat, I know people give him stuff like crazy companies, Samsung, a lot of these places. I don't, you never know what these partnerships are because they're not public information. But sometimes it's kind of obvious, that companies are paying or sending him stuff just so they can be in his videos. Like I remember DJI, the drone company, they sent him like all these quadcopters a few months ago. Samsung's always sending them phones and sending them the VR rigs and all that stuff for free, just so they can be in his videos. And he actually does mail time on his videos where companies just send him stuff for free. And then, he can go ahead and resell that stuff. Some of that stuff's $1,000, $2,000 that people are sending him. He could just resell it online or give it away or whatever he wants to do. So, that's another way of making money on YouTube that's kind of like underground right now, I guess you could say. So, and then there's, of course, official brand partnerships, which is where they actually pay you to do a show on their video. Like a lot of tech people, a lot of the tech YouTubers, they actually get paid by companies to review a product. And they say, oh, by the way, this is a paid review or whatever to tell you about that product. So how much will these guys be making in the future? Guys like Pewdiepie, guys like Casey Neistat, who knows? It really depends on how they keep growing, and it will really depend on if YouTube ever changes the analytics program. For those of you guys who don't know, YouTube has changed the search results before where they'll favor certain videos over certain videos. What I mean by this is, I think it was around 2012, 2013, YouTube began to favor longer videos. So videos more than 5 minutes, and the longer the better, and the more watch time you had on a video, the higher results you could get in YouTube for climbing that ladder. Whereas old school YouTube, it was mostly very short clips, 30 seconds, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. But then the videos that were longer are getting moved up that list. And the reason being is YouTube views it as they want you to be on YouTube as long as possible. So session watch time is a great thing, and going through playlists and whatnot. And those channels that do a good job of that, keeping people on the channel watching this video, watching that video, they're going to make a lot more money because YouTube's going to favor them over, they're going to recommend them to other people in their, when you pull up the front page on YouTube, your video is more likely to get recommended. And then it's just a ever-going cycle, and then somebody clicks on that, and then they watch the video, and then it's more likely to get recommended even higher, and so on and so forth, and it just keeps going. So that's why YouTube changed, and you look at most YouTubers, including myself, do videos around 10 minutes or longer. For me, I kind of have to. I found that I have to, since I'm talking about financial subjects, that when I first started this channel, which I started this year in 2016, I was doing really short videos, but they weren't nearly enough into detail. And I never wanted to make my videos so long that they put you to sleep and it's too much information. So I found like around a minimum of 5 minutes, but usually around 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, that's good, where I can explain whatever subject I'm talking about very thoroughly, but not give you too much information where it's like a 30-minute video and you like feel like you were just in class and it was so much information that it's like too much to handle. So it kind of works out perfect for my channel. But, we'll see how things progress as time goes on. I hope YouTubers get paid more in the future. I think they should. I think they do a heck of a job making people laugh, doing great entertainment, videography, all these kinds of things. And we'll see where things take it. I'm keeping my eye on who's the first to 100 million subscribers. That will be an interesting day. Who is the first person that's going to get to 100 million subscribers? I think it will be Pewdiepie, just because he's so far out there right now. But who knows? Some of these guys like Casey Neistat, they're just blowing up right now, and maybe they can pass him. That's going to be fun to watch as time goes on. I would estimate somebody reaches 100 million within the next 2 years. And that is 100 million people. That's like a third of the United States. That's insane amount of people. And imagine as YouTube just spreads around the world, more and more people go on, you could be looking at people that have hundreds of millions of subscribers someday, and they'll be way bigger stars than any of these movie stars we saw today, or TV stars or things like that, because they're going to be able to be seen by anybody, anytime. You just click on the video. As long as you have an internet connection in the YouTube app, you just watch it. So anyways, one last thing I forgot to talk about. I want to talk about how Pewdiepie got so big and how Casey Neistat got so big. So Pewdiepie, he got so big because he was just doing gaming videos, and the guy's just freaking entertaining, and he's a funny guy. I would say Pewdiepie, Kevin Hart, and probably the Family Guy show, those are like the three things that could really make me crack up at something, and very consistently. He's just a funny guy, and he's entertaining, and his videos are entertaining to most people. Now, of course, not everybody's going to like everything, right? Not everybody's going to like this guy's video and that guy's video and this chick and that chick. Everybody's different. But Pewdiepie, for the most part, is very entertaining, and he's very likable. So because of that, people subscribe to his channel and are more likely to watch more and more content. And of course, he was doing gaming videos, which gaming videos are longer, which helps him in the search results and get more out there to more people and more people and more people. But number one, it's his personality, because there's, I would say, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gaming channels that never gain any traction and probably are trying to do all the things right, but they just don't have the personality of Pewdiepie. That guy's freaking entertaining. Casey Neistat, how did he become so successful? He's really, really good at videography. Really good. I mean, his clips are like, that's pretty, that's a pretty clip. That's a pretty clip. The time lapses he does, some of those things, they're just really nice. He's entertaining. He's very easy to be likable. It would be so hard for you to hate Casey Neistat. It would be so hard. I mean, if you watch one of his videos, he's just a pretty likable person. He doesn't put you off. And then he's got his little daughter in the video who's like 2 years old. He's got his wife. There's a cast of characters. They don't play characters, but they just naturally are characters in the show because he surrounds himself with them. And the show's in New York City, which in my opinion, it's really helped his success. New York City is a great backdrop, and it's fun watching him go on his boosted board throughout New York City and see all the types of things and whatnot. If he was in Montana or somewhere like that, no disrespect to those places, New Mexico, I don't think he would have nearly the subscriber base he does, because New York City is like I would call it one of the main characters in his videos, and that's helped him propel to be very successful. And his videos are they keep you interested. It's hard to click off a Casey Neistat video before that thing's over. So, that's kind of how Pewdiepie had success, and that's kind of how Casey Neistat had success. That's how much those guys are making. They're making $1,000 to $2,000 for every million views they get. And every single video they put out, pretty much every single day, gets a minimum of 1 million to 2 million views. And good ones, by the end of the week, they'll be at 3 to 5 million. So think about that. Those guys are making really good money. And then they're getting views on all their old videos too that people are watching. So, you can make millions and millions of dollars on YouTube if you're big. But I still think they're underpaid. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. You may want to subscribe if you haven't. I talk a ton about personal finance. I talk about stock market investments, things like that. I talk about business, entrepreneurship, tips like that. And I do a fun video every once in a while like this. I was really looking forward to this one, and I'm so happy to share it with you guys today. Anyways, you know what, guys? Have a great day.